Welcome back YouTube, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. 22UK here. Right, Oxford Gaming Market. We were doing that on the 20th of April. It was a good day. It was a good day. Sold some stuff, sold quite a lot of stuff, bought some stuff, not as much as at the Birmingham market, thankfully. I exercised some restraint, but I've got some items actually that I've been looking for a while. Super happy about that. And then I've got some other odds and sods that I've had on the shelf as per usual for some time, so we'll go through those as well. And it is a really mixed bag, Nintendo heavy of course, but it is a little dash. What's that guy? There's a fucking song, weird shit. There's a dash of Sega. Only a little bit though. But yeah, storing out with Daz again at the Oxford Market. I quite like the Oxford venue that they've got there. It's clean, it's tidy, it's easy to access. It didn't and doesn't get super mentally busy. So if you are looking to go to an event and you don't like the jam-packed crowds, Oxford's really a good one to go to. For us in the Midlands, it's about an hour and a half, so it's not a million miles away. Pretty straight roads, you know. It's not too convoluted, and access, like I said, to the actual venue itself is superb. Can't fault it. So yeah, like I said, got some winnings, spent some winnings, reinvested some winnings elsewhere, etc. And we just keep the circle of life going. You know, for me, doing these events, this is not paying bills. It's just feeding the habit. If I was a crack addict, I'll be buying and selling, what do you call it, slinging. I'll be slinging drugs, man, because that's all it is. It's just a means and a method of self-fulfilling the hobby. It's that, or turn into a fucking shill and a grifter and start asking you guys to give me money. Now, what fucking wankers will do that to people that they're technically friends with? I don't know, but you tell me, because some of you people, and I know who you are, you do that. You give these people money, and I'll never get it. I'll never understand it. I'd love to do a study, or someone to do a study, actually ask these people, honestly, why'd you do it? Because there's got to be something going on there. Got to be something going on. But I'll try not to have a rant. It'll be rant-free video from now on. But no, anyway, look, I'll never ask you guys for anything, monetary-wise. I'll ask for a favour, you know, and if someone wants to do a trade and do a swap or do a sale, fine. But I'll never take money off you. Never. It's not what I'm about. It's never what I'm about. And yeah, I just think it's fucking crude and it's crass. But anyway, back to the gaming market. Wasn't a lot of YouTubers per se, which again, from a sort of seller's perspective, it doesn't bother me. I know it sounds a bit harsh, like, you know, not a lot of YouTubers there. Oh well, so what? Because it doesn't really impact in terms of how the day goes as a vendor. But we had Jimmy Retro stalling out. Fob was storing out. Fob had a good day. Jimmy had a great day. When I seen him at the end, he had like empty tubs everywhere, so he's actually amazing. He was happy as Larry. And I think from a YouTube perspective, I think that was pretty much it. That people I sort of knew, you know, or you may know via the tubes. And the rest were just sort of people stored. Again, not any new. There was one new face, which I put some off of. But outside of that, pretty much run-of-the-mill kind of stalls. You know, your merch, your games, pop stuff, pop culture, etc., etc. So yeah, but I say if big crowds and that sort of congested, tight sardine feeling isn't for you, but you like the markets, Oxford's definitely one you should consider doing. Even like I said, the early bird wasn't sold out, so even in terms of like the busiest time, it wasn't mega busy. So anyway, first up, off we make Fob. There is a method to this madness in getting this, because I know some of you may go, well, I'm sure you must already have that, and I do have this already, but it's Lilac Wars on the N64, which we do have. But Rob very kindly had a copy of this. We did some sort of deals, I suppose, but Rob being Rob wouldn't take any money, so I did him a favour. He ended up making money anyway, and So I was quite happy that I'd sort of facilitated something for him. Now, should I? Let me go and grab it. I know I'd forget it. Right. So this it'll make sense. Also, and these are quite uncommon to come across, believe it or not. But we got an instruction manual for Lilac Wars. So I think the guy wanted a £5. I was happy to pay a £5. Now, where this story leads is essentially, those that may or may not know, Lilac Wars, when it was released, was the big box version with the Rumble pack. You know, looks really, really nice. Now, if you like aesthetically pleasing collections, rows of games, sets of games, you'll know obviously this kind of sticks out as an anomaly. There's not one that fits the row. They did the Player's Choice. I have to look over there. They did the Player's Choice release of games, which sold X million or whatever. Lilac Wars is in that, so they're like the silver box ones. And for me sins, and I don't know why, I've actually started collecting them because I didn't know until I sorted some of the shelves out. I actually already had a couple, and I thought, why not? Because I've got some of the more trickier ones. But anyway, Lilac Wars was one that I needed, but it's kind of like a bit more. That's one a bit more sought after ones because people like the smaller box form factor that it comes in. But what I did manage to get off of eBay, and another one has popped up actually, and I think that one isn't a display only box, but I've got the smaller form factor Lilac Wars box. But this one is a display box only. Now I have seen, this cost me 20 quid. I thought, again, this is going back, got a couple of weeks. Obviously this isn't from Oxford, but the stuff wouldn't make sense otherwise. So when I saw it for 20 quid, I thought, I'll have that, and I can try and find the pieces. But obviously, to find this piece here only comes with the Player's Choice. But fortuitously enough, the guy had it at Oxford, and he was selling toys. He was selling toys and figures, and he had a little small pile of manuals, and this was in that pile of manuals. So I've got, effectively, a nice, small, less the tray, but I've find a tray. I don't mind about the trays. I don't care about aftermarket trays. It's a white tray. I don't care. They're easy enough to get hold of. So I've kind of got that small form factor Lilac Wars. So the point of going back to it, this is a display box only. So this would have shat. It would have shat all over you. It would have sat on a shop store, as an just a display box. But I have seen on eBay there is one that's got a barcode on it. I ain't that bothered, but if you're that way inclined, there is one on there. I think it's missing the manual. So yeah, literally all I'm after now in terms of a Lilac Wars is probably just the Player's Choice. So that would explain these to anyone that even remotely cares. They probably don't. It's nerdy N64 stuff. And I know a lot of people, they probably don't even like Nintendo. And if they don't like Nintendo, then they fucking sure as shit hate the N64. Dave, Retro Games plays badly. Right, now, I have got, it is some Sega. Yeah, I said there was some Sega. They were filming this on the Monday after the Saturday, the event was. So I should be on the ball with how much things were and not forget, because, I'm not leaving it weeks. Off we make Daz. Now, I said before, I don't really like to, and I didn't want to start picking away at his Atari stuff, because obviously I want him to sell it. But there was one game here, and again another pickup will probably explain this away, but you don't need to know that. But I did manage to bag a game from him. He gave me a great deal on it, and it is Alpha Beam with Ernie, the old Sesame Street. I probably would still struggle to complete this because they're all educational titles, but in lovely condition. All of Daz's stuff is super nice. But more of this will be revealed probably in a later video at some point when I can get around to doing it. But that was off Daz. The last one that I needed, essentially, although you haven't seen the other two yet. So I'll put that down there for the minute. And then from what's it called? Console Passion. He had again, probably the last Oxford one when I spoke to him before. He'd had an influx of Mega CD games, and I wasn't sure which ones I needed and which ones I didn't. So he did very kindly let me take some, but I'd already had them, so I took them back to Blackpool. I think I mentioned that, and he reimbursed me. Anyway, again, I've not seen this. This was the first time this one appeared there. And I did speak to him. I think he said that the guy let him have a couple more games, but then he was not selling any more games to him. But this was one I hadn't seen before. It was the one that I've been looking for as well. It's the last of the cheap, such a thing, last of the cheap Mega CD games that I need on my list. Most people that collect Mega CD will have the same 10 or so games that are just ridiculously expensive, that don't come up for sale. And when they do, obviously, like I say, they're asking a pretty penny. This is the last of sort of like the cheaper ones. Although, to be honest, this isn't cheap. Not if you go from eBay and stuff like that. The price that Andy had this for was a fucking steal. So the game in question is Crisscross. What's it called? Crisscross. No, it's just called Crisscross. Make My Music Videos. There's an excess one and stuff like that. And as you can see, that is a fantastic price. I'll say this again, Console Passion the prices are fantastic. They really are good. There's people on eBay asking, I know it's only asking 200 quid. I did see this sell for probably a little bit more than this. Is probably where he's got his price from. I missed out on it. I completely forgot. I had it on the watch list and I completely forgot. I think it's sold for a little bit more than this. There are two versions of this. There's the one with the blue stripe, and there was one without the stripe. Now, the one without, I think, is like a Euro one. This one is like, I think it's like the PAL UK release. Either one it does have English, but I think this, as it suggests, is probably English only, although the back is multilingual, but I think it might be something to do with the actual disc. Look, let's be honest, it's Make My Video. It's never going to get played, but it is one that I needed for the set. What else was I going to say about it? Oh yeah, I mentioned to Daz, and I can't remember where it cropped up, but I'm sure one or both of these are dead. Because I said that to him, because I showed him. I said, what did you get? He goes, oh, Crisscross, one of them's dead. And he was like, no, are they? I said, yeah. I said, I'm sure one of them is dead. I can't remember where it's seen it, but I did see it. It's probably when I was trying to look for the game. But yeah, a fantastic price that is. And I think it's the last of the long boxes as well. So subset complete. And the last thing that I bagged from Oxford, because I was stalling out. Obviously, you see people come in, set up, blah blah blah. You know, a lot of people I know, and just go and chat to them and stuff like that, and have a chin wag. This guy I didn't see until towards the end when it sort of quieted down. When I stretched my legs, and I was like, "Well, you know, did you turn up late? This, that, and the other?" And he was like, "No, about 9:45." But at that time, you know, been in there since 8 o'clock, so I'd all been done up and set up, sort of thing. But it was like predominantly Nintendo that this guy and his mate weren't at the store at this point. And there wasn't anything on the table that I needed. Then he had a little tub on the floor with a few more games in it, and there was one in there, and I don't know what it is about this game, and I still didn't research it because I'm stupid and I don't do that. I don't pretend to say that I know all this stuff and like fucking spout Wikipedia to you, because that's not who I am. That's not what I'm like. You know, if I knew anything about it, I'd tell you. And then if I didn't know anything about it, like I don't now, I'll guess. And then I'll go and check Wikipedia afterwards, and then cut in afterwards and say, don't listen to this twat. But I'd seen this one on CX once, and I missed it. It sold. And it always intrigued me. And I always kept an eye on it, even if, you know, when I do the search on eBay and just sort of see it doesn't come up that, it's not mega common. But I showed Fob and I said, it looks, I don't know, I just get vibes of Amiga, but I don't know. Anyway, the game in question is Harley's Humongous Adventure. And it come with a box protector as well. He wanted 30. I said, would you do 25? He said 27. So I'm not going to argue. So it's one of these high-tech releases. There's a couple of these like Tom and Jerry and The Hunt for Red October and stuff like that. They're all under this brand. Kind of like, I suppose, a budget maybe ish, but again, I don't. Yeah, I said it gives me Amiga vibes, but it might not be. Someone might know. But I say, other than actually searching for it and googling it, or whatever you want to call it, I can't tell you. I can't even tell you who made it, unless it is just by High Tech. Yeah, I don't know, but it's all complete. All complete. That said, for 27 quid, that is a pretty good price for this. It's probably around the CEX price, but it's never in. I've seen it once in stock, and I missed out on it. But to sort of see it in the flesh, it's all there, manual and stuff. It's all in pretty good condition. I snagged it up. So that was all the pickups from Oxford. Oh, did see a guy come up and said hello. AJ Plays. Nice to see you, mate. He was there with his missus, who looked extremely bored. I think he might have owed her a shopping trip to go and buy some clothes or something, because she was like, yeah, whatever. He was in his element. So nice to see AJ Plays. Some usual faces you kind of see at the Oxford market. I remember from before. I don't see them anywhere else. So because it's like a different location, I suppose people just tend to come to that one rather than any of the others. Because I would have thought, I was kind of expecting some of the sort of London folk to come up to the Oxford, but no. So that's it. That is it for the Oxford market. We do have Doncaster. I'm going to check. Doncaster, I believe, is the 11th. Yeah, it's the 11th of May. That the early birds are sold out for that. So Doncaster's kind of shaping up to be a bit of a beast. Dad hasn't done Doncaster before. He hasn't stalled out at Doncaster. I'm kind of leaning more towards London, to be honest. I think Doncaster has this infamy, this aura around it, and it is good. It was the first big one, etc., etc. But yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know. The people up north, they're a little bit more tight-fisted with the spending, which each to their own. But we'll see. We'll see what this Donny's like. So yeah, if you want to get your tickets, I'll put links down below for Donny. Get on it soon. I'm not sure if they didn't do the staggered one at Oxford because there's no need. I'm not sure if there's 2 entry times for Doncaster. I don't know. But like I say, if you're interested, early bird sold out anyway. But go down and get your tickets done, bought, sold, whatever. God, what, we're on 18 minutes across. I've waffled way too much. Other stuff from elsewhere. Bit of Facebook and bit of eBay, and that's about it. I probably won't get through all this. I bought Sega. This is Sega. This is a Genesis title. It's the only reason I bought it, because obviously, as you may or may not know, I have a full Mega Drive set, so there's not a great deal, if anything, that I need for the Sega Mega Drive power. Don't even start on the American fucking games before some smart ass comes in. Oh, you haven't got you haven't got fucking Lakers versus Celtics. I don't know, not interested. Fuck off. Genesis exclusive. Weirdly enough, this did come out on the Super Nintendo, but it didn't come out on the Mega Drive, as in the PAL Super Nintendo. And it's Humans, the Humans. I think it's Lemmings. It's kind of like a blatant rip-off of Lemmings called Humans. I've got this and a couple of games. To be honest, I was hoping to shift on the other couple of games and basically make this for free. That's the idea. This is in fantastic condition. Other than it being a Lemmings ripoff, I don't know a great deal about it. It just basically says, save as many of your tribesmen intact as humanly possible. Yeah, it's just it's Lemmings. Just working as a team, discover new tools and the key to surviving this cruel world of chaos and carnivores. But yeah, for those Genesis fans out there, we have Humans. Now, this was part of a bundle deal. I can't remember where I got it from. I've been buying a lot of bundle stuff. of various different formats, and just picking bits out that I want to keep and then shifting the rest on. This was in there. This reminded me of old Clit, Retro Rewind, because again, he mentioned this, and it's really true, because I would have just literally said, this is Super Kickoff, but it's not, it's just called Kickoff. And everything else, other than the Super Nintendo, and Clint rightly called it out, it's not called Super, but everything else was called Super. This is kind of like the anomaly, but it's Kickoff 2, the mighty, and let me state this for the fact, the best football game on the Amiga is Kickoff 2. It's, as a football game, playing football is better than Sensi Soccer. Sensi Soccer probably has a better holistic wraparound view in terms of the game management and all that kind of stuff. But you had to have skill, proper skill, to play Kickoff 2. People gave up because it is a difficult, tricky game to play. But once you get the hang of it, oh my God. I've said it before numerous times whenever I talk about Kickoff 2. John and me, we used to have, like, we used to turn the time limit up to the max. Steve Screech as the ref, and just play for hours on Kickoff 2. Wonderful times. Again, that was off a bundle. I can't remember. As was this. Might as well show it. Probably the same bundle, actually. Batman Forever. I don't have that. So, yeah, loose cart. I don't collect loose carts. It was in the bundle. I don't have it. It's staying. If I do get it complete, that'll get punted on. That's the way we do it. Sticking with another bundle, random. A DS type bundle I picked up. It's not expensive. I didn't know where I got to. So we'll start again. From a bundle, I bought a bundle of DS stuff. Consoles, games, etc. Kept this one. It's not a mega expensive game at all, but it's a first party one, and I thought looked interesting. One I didn't have, and it's Yoshi Touch and Go. Looks like you use a stylus to control, which usually doesn't bode too well. But yeah, in nice condition, all there, etc., etc. I think probably maybe about a £15 game, give or take, something like that. So not massively expensive. Next lot is just some stuff from eBay, all from the same seller. First couple of some super deals. Next lot were okay. I tried to sort of see if we can gauge outside of eBay. He seemed keen at first. Now he's not so keen, which I kind of get, but still sees eBay as a bit of a ball ache, for want of a better word. But hey, oh look, you can only ask the question. These first two were part of a deal with another game. I think it was R-Type, and it was like 50 quid. So I was like, wow, yeah. If the guy wants to be shifting stuff on, on bulk, then I'm in. But I say that didn't come to fruition for whatever reason, so it is what it is. But two complete games, two shooters for the Super Famicom. Darius Twin. Again, these boxes are not mint boxes at all. These are not Japanese-owned games. I'll probably say that much. These are Japanese games that someone, clearly, obviously, because they're in the UK, but they've been owned in the UK for longer than they've been in Japan. So well used, not very well looked after, but not horrible, not not awful, but just some nice edge wear to them, etc. I don't think I've done anything to these, to be honest. I didn't bother fettling. I don't tend to fettle Japanese games too much. But yeah, Darius Twin, nice shooter, and Gradius 3, a nice sort of horizontal box there, landscape, if you will. I think I've got this American, so I might have an American cart to move on. But again, definitely been owned by someone in the UK for a number of years, I would probably say. These haven't, I don't think these have come from Japan. I could be wrong when I say come from Japan. Clearly they've come from Japan, but not recently. I don't think he's buying them in to then sell them, if that makes sense. I think he's had these in his collection. This one I bought, again, that was a best offer. This one I think I won on bids, or did he give me a best offer as well? It might have been something like 100. I think it's cost me 50 quid, maybe 50, 60 quid. Musaya. This is a little bit better condition. It's complete. Side-scrolling action hack and slash 'em up affair. Again, I'm not going to pretend that I know a great deal about it. Not one I'd actually heard of, to be honest. Datum Polystar. So yeah, but by all accounts, not a bad side-scrolling hack and slash. Now these two I did win on auction. I won this little bundle on auction. He had a couple that I was trying to win, but the thing was, there's only like one game in one bundle, or 2 games in the bundle that I wanted. So I didn't want to bid too high enough, so I just didn't win the bid. These two were 2 that I didn't have, so I was interested in owning them, and fortuitously enough, I did win the bid. So I said, well, it's one game anyway. Look, it's Fatal Fury 2. Again, this one's in not really nice condition, not been too heavily handled. And with that was the Garu Densetsu 2 Commander, which is the controller. And funnily enough, the controller fits in a Super Famicom box, less the hang tab sticking out. So yeah, I think somewhere in the back of my head, and he'll probably comment on this, I'm sure Craig's here again had this, or he might just have had the controller. I think I've definitely seen this before. But yeah, 2 little curios just to add to the Super Famicom collection. And I think, guys, look, it's probably about enough for me waffling on anyway. But nice little bundle of old Super Famicom there. It's been a while since I showed some of that off, but they've been sat there for a while. So anyway, look, listen, the 11th next month is Doncaster. We all know of Doncaster. Hopefully it'll be a good and successful day. A lot later on than usual, given that I think the venue had the exhibitions tied up to it. But links down below. I'm pretty sure that the early birds are sold out. So if you are looking to go, get in early for the... I think it might be into the staged entrance. I can't remember. You know, there's two sort of entrance times that may still apply to Doncaster. I definitely know they're doing it for London. But other than that, guys, take it easy, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.